All righty, we are live. Cajun Coin Hunter here today, aka Boudreaux. How y'all are today? Well, we got Jungle Bob in the house so far. Well, he's going live at 5, I think. So, what we're going to do right off the bat, we're going to try to sell these last 4 pennies. And the pennies are $3.50 a piece, 4 left. And I'll show the sheet, the buy a penny sheet here in a minute. And let me see, I just heard a beep. Heard of notification. Let me see if I can turn my earphones down. What's up, Sterling Cannabis?
Hey, Cajun, how you
Hey,
doing, friend of mine?
I'm doing good, buddy. Mon ami, what's been happening?
Oh, I've just been playing on the lake today.
On the lake?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I live on a great big lake.
Well, I knew you lived around the water and all that. I just didn't know
Oh, it's a
where at.
10,000 acre lake.
Okay. Which one is it?
Higgins.
Higgins. That's like Higgins and oh crap, Magnum PI.
Yeah, yeah, like the handler and Magnum PI. At least the
Yeah.
original Magnum PI.
Yeah, the original Higgins. Yeah, that was the. I need to watch the last 2 episodes of that show. I missed them. I was working offshore at that time. And I was running crew boats, and I think, come to find out, that Higgins was actually Robin or whatever. The guy that was, that,
The butler kind of guy.
well, the butler's Higgins,
Yeah,
and Master Robbins was the guy that was letting Magnum stay in the mansion and all that, use of the cars, and all that crap,
and I thought that was CBS,
CBS,
the network it was on.
CBS.
Oh, I don't remember what network. It might have been NBC. It might have been ABC. I don't know.
Oh no, it wasn't NBC because I couldn't have caught it at my house because we didn't catch Channel 7 in Lake Charles, which was NBC.
I don't remember which one it was, but then I haven't watched corporate television in years.
Yeah, me neither. I had cable for a while, in my later adult life. But what's up, David Carlisle, my Bama bro?
David Carlisle, how you doing, brother? Where are you?
Yeah, where are you? David not here, man. So anyway, yeah, kind of find out. That's what a buddy of mine told me, at least, that Higgins was actually Master Robbins. The guy that owned the house and all that.
Yeah.
So, and for what
So
reason that he was letting Magnum stay there, or what have you? I have no idea. I forgot. I remember some of the shows. Because I watched almost every episode, and I just didn't have a TV on my crew boat. Because it didn't come with a TV. It was
yep.
a 65 footer, and you have to put your own TV. And I didn't have a TV on, well, I had a little bitty, I don't know, 11-inch, 12-inch screen TV, black and white, I think.
Well, you get many miles offshore, and you're not gonna be able to pick up anything, anyways.
Yeah. Oh, we could pick up channel 3 and 10 out there. Oh, plus channel 7, uh, which was NBC. So we had a 3, 7, and 10, which was the 3 major networks at the time.
Oh, there you go.
But I just didn't own a TV to put on my boat. I remember my deckhand, he brought a TV on the boat. But when he would get off of his 7 days, then he would take the TV, back to his house.
Yep.
But I stayed full time offshore.
What were you fishing for?
I wasn't fishing. I was a crew boat captain. I was running all field. I was running people to the
Oh, okay.
platforms
You
and.
were going out to the derricks.
No, actually, we did. Oh, I did service a drilling rig one time, Diamond M47 and Noble One, which was their first drilling rig. Boy, that was a rat trap. That was an old rig compared to Diamond M47 and Diamond M46 because they were new rigs, drilling rigs. But when that gig was over with the drilling rigs, uh, I went and ran production in the same area. They were drilling wells that were going to the platforms that I was servicing. What I would
Okay.
do, I'd tie my boat up, at night at the platforms. Uh, in the morning, I'd get up like at about 4:30, 5 o'clock, go eat breakfast on the platform, just run up the stairs. We were inside shoals and inside a bunch of oyster reefs and stuff, so it was never rough water in there. Well, there was a time or two, yeah, it was. Like a blue northern coming through, and I'd have to tie off to a well, and then we just dangle off of that well. But any other time, we just tied up to the platform. We jumped. We ate our meals on the platform, and I'd bring the guys out to a different platform every morning, and bring them back to the main platform in the evening, and then we go get their plate lunches for them.
Did you have platforms that you would prefer to go to because they had better cooks?
Yeah, yeah. Platforms. They the rigs had good cooks too. Now, I mean, anything offshore, off the coast of Louisiana, you're gonna have good cooks because they don't hire just any cooks. They hire people that can cook Cajun food. You know, because it's all Cajuns on those platforms and those rigs.
Sure.
You get a cook that's from just say Indiana or Ohio or what have you that knows nothing about Cajun food, he wouldn't last long, unless he learned real quick.
Well, I like that good spicy food.
Well, it's not just that it's spicy; it's flavorful. It's Cajun food's more flavorful than spicy. People make it hot on their own, like I do. Miss will cook, a normal seasoned meal, and then I just add my own hot sauce, when I fix my plate.
Throw a couple habaneros in it.
Oh no, no, not that hot.
First time I ever got any habaneros, I was working at Park Davis at the time, and I was stationed in a farm cube or a cube farm, and there was six cubes in each little section, and there was three guys in this section that I was in, and the one guy, he had a big garden, and him and I talked about cooking with peppers and stuff. And he goes, I'm growing some habaneros. I'll bring you a few. I go, cool. I've never had any. I want to try them. And the other guy that was the day that he brought him, he goes, you guys are full of shit. You don't know what you're talking about. You're just trying to egg me on or something.
Hey, hold that thought, Sterling. Boom,
Yeah.
boom, 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 boom. Pat Paulson with a $10 super chat.
Oh,
Oh
there you
man,
go. Big one.
appreciate it, Pat. Very much. Appreciate that very much.
But that guy grabbed one of them habaneros out of the bag, popped it in his mouth, and started chewing on it. I think he got to about the third chew, threw up. And then he blamed us for it because he was an idiot. And we're sitting there talking about, like you take a whole habanero and you throw it in a pot of chili when you're cooking it, and then you pull the pepper out before you eat any of it. So you just get a little bit of the oils mixed through the chili. Things like, and this guy's going, oh, you're full of shit, but no peppers are that hot. And then got mad at us because he burned his mouth.
Oh, I bet you his mouth was on fire. I grew habaneros a long time ago when they were the hottest pepper known.
Have you ever watched any of those videos where the idiots sit around and eat ghost peppers and shit like that?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Their mouths are already used to that. They got two guys in Australia. I forget their name. One of them's named Spoon, I think, and I forget the other one's name. They used to love my comments, when I jump in the stream because they familiar with South Louisiana, Cajun food and hot and spicy food, quote unquote spicy food. And they would they once a week they'd go live and they would either eat a pepper, a hot pepper, or uh, they would do spoonfuls of the latest hottest hot sauce. And then they would, review it, the taste and the smoky flavors or what have you. Yeah, Missy can make some good pork and gravy. She sure can. Yeah, that's it, Kyle. I did say that earlier before you popped in. Kyle, he he cooked the tri-tip. He sent me two tri-tips a couple weeks ago, and Missy cooked one. He sent me a burgundy pepper and a chipotle tri-tip from Seaside Market. He ordered it, and they shipped it to me. He paid for it, and next day air with FedEx. They shipped it at 3:30 in the afternoon uh, Pacific time, which is like 1 o'clock. But it got to 10 in the morning. So it didn't take but what 16, 17 hours for it to arrive after the ship. And
that's funny. They put a pepper on an airplane to get it to you.
Yeah, well, tri-tips. The bottom sirloin.
Yep.
Cut on the cow, and it's the back part of the cow. Instead of like the front shoulder or whatever, it's the back part. And Missy cooked one of the tri-tips. We made a video with it in a gravy, Cajun style. And I thought I was going to get a lot of flack on that because the tri-tip is a grilling cut of meat, grilling or smoking or in the oven, And but I didn't get no flack on it like that. I just got a few like, wow, never saw it done like that. That looks good though. So Kyle, he tried it a couple nights ago, and he said it came out awesome, and he even ate it with breakfast. Like steak and eggs.
Yep.
Yeah, he sliced some of it off and had it with breakfast. This is Giraffe. Man, I ain't seen you in a while. I think I seen you in somebody's live stream. I don't know. It might have been 2 or 3 months ago. Yeah. Oh, hell no. That looked, yeah. Hell no. No flack on that. That looked amazing, and I did it too.
So it looks like you got a penny game going.
Yeah, I'm just finishing off that one. I got 4 pennies left over from yesterday's stream. I spun the wheel. I think he was here for that. I spun the wheel, and Ramon won that silver bar. Now I got a 67 and a 60, yeah, 67 and a 66 uncirculated Kennedy Hines, 40% silver, and a 42 Mercantile. And all I got is 4 pennies left, and we're gonna spin that wheel, and we're gonna jet out of here. Big T's on right now with trade days. I didn't know he was on. If I'd have known he was on, I wouldn't have. If I'd have known he was gonna do trade days, I wouldn't have made it. He's got like 40 people over there.
Oh wow.
Yeah, everyday opportunity, or who's the girl that does it sometimes? But there's several people that do it. You know, they take turns trade day.
Silver Keys does it quite a bit.
Yeah, Silver Keys. That's what I'm thinking of. And I think Hardcore Copper did it a couple times. I think.
Yeah, I heard that Opportunity was going to do it this afternoon. I saw that on one of the Premier Train videos this morning.
Oh, okay. Well, he probably couldn't make it. Big T.
Yeah, that could be it. You know, because they didn't say that Big T was going to be doing it, but things change.
Yeah. Any news on the coin show? Did anybody go live?
I've been out on the lake all day, so I really don't know.
Oh, that's right. You said you was on the lake. I didn't know if you. Okay. Dizzy Giraffe said, "I've been laying low. Just been too broke to spend much on coins." I hear you.
Well, that's me all the time, Dizzy.
You can still get in on
do it a little bit, but that's me all the time.
You can still get in on the giveaways though at times. I was, I was not MIA, but I would lurk on streams, because it's a lot of auction stream and those duck race streams and stuff. And I was like that. I was just too broke to participate. I was active in it, when I got that $1,000 stimulus money. Missy got it actually. I did. So she gave me some of it. I spent a little bit on some auctions and a couple of them games.
If you can scrape together a few pennies, though, it is a good time to buy a little bit of silver because the premiums have come down quite a bit and prices are cheap.
It seems like the premiums are up a little bit too on certain stuff.
Well, I bought some generics. I don't even know what they are yet because they get to choose what they're sending me.
Yeah.
But I got 9 of them, and it was a 25.17 a piece.
Wow.
So I mean, it was under $2 for premiums.
That's not bad.
I didn't even buy many. I bought enough to get free shipping.
Right.
Plus one.
I think it's like what, $50 shipping or $100 shipping, something like that.
$200 from SD Bullion, where I do most of my buying.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've been getting a lot of emails lately from SD Bullion. They had the cowboy rounds on sale.
I considered buying those, but the cowboy rounds were like $2 a piece more than what I got. They're nice, but I'm a cheap son of a bitch.
Yeah. Well, you got to be. Oh, Kyle. Yeah. Speaking of pork chops, every now and then we'll get some stuffed pork chops from the slaughterhouse, and it's stuffed with ground pork, sausage without the casing, and but it's not smoked. It's regular ground pork. And boy, Missy will go to town on that. And then I'll go to town. Me and Johnny Best will go to town eating
I picked up some. I've got a real good butcher shop a few miles from here. I picked up some smoked pork chops from them last week. They
Mm,
were
good.
good.
Sounds good. That's just about tasso right there.
You know, I've,
What we call him in French tasso. You know, it's a smoked pork meat. That's what it is, and it's you can most people make it off of Boston butt
yep.
roast.
It kind of like that prosciutto.
Prosciutto, not familiar with that.
Prosciutto is a smoked pork butt that when you slice it like paper thin.
Oh, okay, okay.
And so I mean, it's not just the smoking of it, but it's also the way it's cut. But that stuff makes a really nice Sammy. But
So
I can't.
what did they do? They debone it first, then they smoke it.
I believe so.
Okay, yeah, because your Boston butts have a bone in it, a blade bone.
Yep, yep. But
710.
Oily, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a good while.
He's been on just about every live stream I do, except for yesterday. He wasn't here yesterday. I've been wanting to get 710 up in the streams with me to do his high-low game, his rig game. That was on fire at one time. Oh, that's right. Yeah, his son has football on Friday night. Um, we're cooking
Are they
5
already
racks
playing
today.
already?
Yeah, they high school just started.
Yeah, they don't start playing up here for 2 or 3 more weeks.
Oh, okay. Breezy, what's going on, Mon ami? Breezy, you need to get in on this. Got 4 pennies left to buy. Got 4, 5, 7, and 10 left. These are the 1964 Denvers, and they are red, blinging red. BU, free and uncirculated, beautiful. Yeah, actually, the Saints, they kick off tomorrow at 12 noon. First game. Naturally, it's going to be a preseason game.
That's the first of the preseasons, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm kind of
preseason.
I'm kind of interested in the Lions this year because
Oh,
if they
really?
play this season like they played the second half of last season, they'll win the freaking Super Bowl.
Ah, well. Yeah. Well, wasn't Detroit either close to the Super Bowl or in the Super Bowl this year?
No, no, the
Okay.
Lions have never been in the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay.
The last time they won the championship was in 1956.
Okay. I thought that's probably when they entered the league.
No,
Eek!
they were one of the original teams in the league, but they were originally from somewhere in Indiana,
Oh, okay.
and then
How
they
you,
moved up to Detroit in the 20s.
how you doing, East Coast Ken? Just passing through while cooking dinner. Say hi and hit the like. Appreciate it, Ken. Yeah, I'm having flashbacks. Actually, the Saints, they didn't get in the league until 1966.
I remember when they got in. That was one of the first big expansions.
Yeah, the Saints, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they came in with like 3 other teams, I think.
What you were, like 10 years old, 11 years old or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just old enough to kind of understand it a little bit.
Right. It might have been 8 because I mean, I know I've been into baseball since I was a kid. You know, ever since I was able to catch a ball and swing a bat. And there wasn't no T-ball when I started playing ball. There was actually a pitcher, you know, but it was a
Yeah.
coach, you know, that was pitching.
Yep.
It wasn't a ball on a pylon, you know.
Oh, yeah. They did not invent T-ball until I was a teenager.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. I think I was probably 17 or so, but when the ball rest, whatever, was utilized. It was 103 today, uh, according to my Jeep temperature.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, and it was 103, and my phone said 101, and I'm pretty sure Oakdale, where, let me check my Oakdale weather.
It might have got up to 80 here today.
Oh, really?
And it was gorgeous out on the lake.
Man.
Caught a mess of rock bass and a few perch.
Oh, 99 degrees, the humidity is 99, but the humidity ain't that bad. See, right here, the Oakdale weather is 101. It's supposed to get 76 in the morning, and it's 111 with the heat index, and the humidity is 38%
The low temperature tonight is going to be 76
in the morning. Yeah, the
How
lowest
you sleep?
temperature is going to get.
How do you
Uh,
manage to sleep?
well, we leave our living room air conditioner on, and I have a fan that faces the bedroom that's in the kitchen. Big old
Blows cold air into your bedroom?
yeah, it blows the cold air in the room, and then we have like a 30-inch fan, round metal blade fan that blow. You know, it's kind of like a shop fan, and
Yeah.
that sucker blows, and it's sitting on a chair, and that's catching the cool air that other fan's blowing in, and then blowing it on us. Oh, it rained last night. Yeah, that'll bring that humidity up the next day. Just steaming that moisture out the ground. Oh boy.
We've had a lot of rain up here this summer. I took my dogs to the dog park this morning, and I go right by the DNR office to go there, and they still have a no burning sign up.
Oh yeah, like open fires or what have you.
Yeah, you're not even allowed to burn your brush.
Uh,
If you're going to burn now, you have to have a fire pit, and it has to be in the fire pit.
yeah, yeah. Enclosed fire, like you put a top a lid on it. That's a big old screen, big dome screen lid.
You don't necessarily have to have that, but you got to have the fire pit and the ring and all of it,
Okay.
on gravel so that it won't burn.
Yeah, we probably have a burn ban in the national park forest, which is Kisatchie Forest. It's right above Oakdale. Well, it starts right around Forest Hill, big nursery town. Everywhere you look, you go down the highway uh, from the interstate to Forest Hill. It's nurseries. They must have 40 or 50 nurseries, huge nurseries. You know, all the stores get their potted plants and flowers from that from that area, that
Oh,
town.
yep.
And but anyway, Kisatchie National Forest. That's the one that was on the Louisiana uh, pork quarters. Uh, Kisatchie was the one with the flying wild turkey, and I'm pretty sure they have a burn ban. You know, like if you're camping out, I'm pretty sure they have a burn ban over there because it's dry, and they sure don't need no flowers in there. That's one thing about Louisiana. They hardly have any fires, wildfires.
Yeah, 'cause I usually to stay pretty moist down there most of the time, right?
Not lately. Yeah, most of the time, but not lately. We ain't had no rain in a long time in my area. They had some rain about a week and a half ago in Slidell, New Orleans, uh, right there at the Louisiana Mississippi line. They had some storms go through that was heading straight south. It cooled them down a little bit, you know, and good thing it was from around 5 o'clock till dark because if it had started about 2 o'clock and then finished raining about 5, it'd have been like a sun.
Yeah,
We
that's
got a
just gonna turn right into steam coming that time of day.
oh yeah, we got a bunch of clouds. It's like 35% cloudy, you know, but they not uh how you call it they're not joining together and making the thunderheads, you know, the big
Yep, yep.
you know
The big
cumulus
old poofy
whatever.
clouds.
Right. Hey, Mr. Lisa, yeah, our land is joined with the national forest in their area. They in Virginia. We get a wildfire here and there, and it won't be fought. They will evacuate uh, close homes. Happened to me once. The revenues are up and down too steep. Okay.
In the mountains and a river valley.
Hell, they up on the mountain.
Yep.
Their land's up on the mountain, halfway up, something like that, almost all the way to the top. So they stay a little cool, you know, during the summer and stuff. It hadn't been long ago that maybe 2 weeks ago, they finally got some summer temperatures. I'm like, damn, y'all are lucky because it's been hot as heck down here.
My telephone says not in 2 days, but in a week and 2 days. That Monday it's supposed to get over 100 degrees.
Damn,
Believe me, I'm gonna spend the whole day in the lake.
in the lake. Yeah, when you're on the water, it's a little different. You know, it's not as hot. Just
Well,
like
there's always a way to deal with it.
just like being on the coast. You know, like down at Holly Beach. You know, or Johnson's Bayou down there, or at Little Florida Beach. Uh, Down here in southwest on the coast. And
You're gonna get more breezes on the coast.
yeah, you get more. Yeah, you have that Gulf breeze, and the humidity is not there like 40 miles inland. So, Mr. Lisa, y'all going live at 6? Because I'm gonna be shutting this down in about 20 minutes, and I'll just carry it on probably either tomorrow or Monday. Sell them last 4 coins, and then we can
What,
spin the wheel for the grand prize.
what do you get for those pennies? $5,
350.
$3.50. That's not bad.
Uh,
Coming about
it's
10 days, I'll have a paycheck and I can buy a couple of them.
got you. Oh, Baja. Oh boy, yeah. And I was, you talking about like Cabo down there at the end, rooster fishing, and I used to have those fishing magazines years ago. Uh, for 3 years straight in a row, I got uh, subscriptions to Louisiana Sportsman, and that's a huge, magazine in the South. People in Mississippi and Alabama get the Louisiana Sportsman, and it covers the Gulf Coast, and they talk about the Cabo fishing down there. Man, that is rooster fish. You get tuna. What's the bullhead dolphin? You get the chicken dolphin, and they name them chicken dolphins right because once you put them in the boat, once they hook, you put them in the boat, they flopping all around like a chicken with the head cut off, and they bleeding too. They bleed. They whip that blood around everywhere. That's offshore fishing there.
Well, my little lake might not be that big, but it's all artesian fed. We get complete water changeover every 2 years, 10,000 acres and 140 foot deep.
Yeah, that's were those pits at one time?
No, it's a
No.
natural lake.
Oh, it's a natural lake. It wasn't like partly dug and then.
Nope.
Uh,
It's a,
okay.
there is a dam at the outlet that controls the level of the lake, but it's a
Oh, okay.
natural lake.
Okay.
But
So,
we've got
so
we've got species of trout in the lake. I've caught rainbow trout that are still rainbow. They don't change over to steelhead. That are 36-inch long and 25 pounds.
wow,
I've caught muskie that are 4.5 foot long.
they got muskie in Florida.
Yeah.
That must have been planted there, huh?
No,
Transplanted.
no, no. They're natural up here.
Really?
Muskie thrive in the Great Lakes.
In the Great Lakes?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're not in the Great Lakes, though.
But it's still part of. We're connected to the Great Lakes.
For some reason, I thought you was in Florida, Sterling.
No, I'm up in northern Michigan.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought you was in Florida for some reason.
Nah,
Not
I've
far
been to
from Chief.
Florida a couple times.
Okay. Yeah, I thought you was in Florida and not far from Chief. I thought you were down around the Orlando area.
No.
Oh, okay. No wonder it was 80 degrees over there today then. Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm about 1,500 miles north of you.
Yeah, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, well, yeah, they got muskie because I was going to say muskie's like a northern fish, like pike and, rainbow trout and all that. But we don't have none of that down here.
There's a few walleye in my lake, not a lot, but there's a lot of perch. When I was a kid, you used to be able to go out. If you spent a whole day out, I guarantee you'd catch a 15-inch perch. Now though, they're pretty damn rare, but there's still a few of them out there. But yeah, my lake's got almost 40 miles of shoreline.
That's a good sized lake. Cause yeah, we
And then
got all that down here.
the runoff from my lake forms another lake that's just south of us called Houghton Lake. That's 20,000 acre lake, but it averages 8 foot deep. That's a real good walleye and pike fishery. And then the runoff from that forms the Muskegon River that goes into Lake Michigan, right around where Coin Crew lives.
Yeah, I know they up in Michigan. I don't know exactly what area.
They're in Muskegon.
Okay. Uh, and Pizza Guy and Sheree Ward, they in Michigan. Uh,
They're on the other side of the state, north of Detroit.
okay.
They're on Lake St. Clair.
Okay. How do you say that? Algonquin or something?
Algonquin?
Algonquin. That's where they at.
Now that's in Illinois.
Well, no, it's Algonquin or it's got a Michigan address.
Yeah, they're definitely in Michigan, but I thought that they were around New Baltimore.
Algonac or
Algonac.
okay.
Algonac is over there.
Yeah, that's where they at. I was pronouncing it wrong, Algonquin or something.
Uh, there's a lot of these cities up here that have got Indian names, and so they're a little weird.
710 wants to know can you camp and on that lake and fish?
Absolutely. There's two big state campgrounds. There's one on the north end and one on the south end. Each one of them has, I think, 400 campsites.
David, you got 67 uncirculated Kennedy, 66 uncirculated Kennedy, which naturally those are 40% silver, and a 42 mercantile.
If you put it all together, it's about the same as a 90% half dollar.
The dunes are close by. The dunes, you talking about the big sand dunes?
Yeah, the sand dunes on Lake, there's all kinds of sand dunes all up and down Lake Michigan on the Michigan side.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, there's lots of cool. They're really a lot of fun for going out in the dune buggies and stuff. And all the way back to when I was a little kid. I mean, I think they started turning Volkswagens into dune buggies because the dunes in Michigan.
Right, right. Yeah, Volkswagens do make awesome sand rails, or they call them sand rails out west. You know, Arizona, California, they call
Mm-hmm.
New Mexico, they call them sand rails. Down here, we call them dune buggies.
Yeah, we call them dune buggies too.
Because the only sand we got down here is on the beaches, you know, on the coast. Actually, they got sandy rivers, white sandy rivers, and you know, like northern Louisiana and southwest Louisiana actually has white sandy rivers, like the Calcasieu River and Whiskachita River. That's all sandy rivers, but when they get closer to the coast, they get bigger, and you know, it turns to sand mud, and then it's mud uh, from like Lake Charles all the way down to the Gulf Coast because that's all marsh. Yeah, the 70D, one of the.
You know, David, I don't think I have a single 70 Kennedy.
You mean the $50, the first
Yeah, yeah.
Nipsey?
I don't think I have a single. I think all of them that I have are 65s through 69s.
And you don't have a 70? Wow,
I don't think I have a 70.
that was the first
And
Nipsey.
I've got probably $500 worth of them.
Wow. Yeah, who'd have thought Michigan would have sand? Well, just like, you know, the
It
big
just look.
sand dunes by Colorado. You figure that'd be snow and all up there instead of a bunch of sand. But that's where the dunes, you know, they
Kyle, it
over there.
blows up out of Lake Michigan, all along the Lake Michigan shore. Almost
D's and
every bit of it.
D's and double D.
I like double D's and the twins.
How many 70 Ds you got? Double D. That would be RPM.
You know, I don't look at none of that stuff. But I don't think, like I said, I don't think I have a single 70.
Quick Ranch. What's up, Dave? He lives about 20 minutes away from Algonac.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, isn't that far from Cherie Ward and Pizza Guy?
Back towards Flint or down towards Detroit?
The only place you can drive on the dunes now is Silver Lake.
I've been to the dunes up at Silver Lake a few times. I bought a 99 Dodge Ram half ton and took that up on the dunes one time when my kids were little. They had a ball.
Hal said Detroit still has the best tamales he ever had. Hmm. 68 double D and the 60 double D. What's up, Tim? Space Ranger.
I had a wife that was a double D, but I got rid of her.
Traded her in for a different model.
No, I just got rid of her. Traded her in for a dog.
Dang.
I like New Baltimore. I've got a few friends over there that I grew up with in Detroit. Quick Wrench, that's the cool thing about Detroit, is it's got those neighborhoods that this neighborhood is Mexican, this neighborhood is Polish, this neighborhood is Italian, and the restaurants in those areas are all fabulous.
Raise that up a little bit.
Did I go DDD? I'm not sure what that is, Kyle.
That's like trading a double D in on a different model.
Oh, okay. You know,
Triple D.
I was married to a crazy woman.
Justin Bussman.
Sad part about it is she happens to be my children's mama. So I have to have a little bit of contact with her yet, but I try to limit it.
Justin Bussman. You mean, is it Dustin or Justin? The guy. I hadn't seen him in a long time. If you're talking about Miss Cheryl's grandson.
You know, I haven't seen Justin in a long time either.
Yeah, me neither. Last time I saw him, he was doing some those pearls with those clams, and he sent me a few of them pearls. In fact, we got one he sent that was what he did, he gave me a clam. People were buying them, but he had gave me one, and he opened it up, and it was one that he had never seen before, that color of that pearl. And I brought it to the jewelry store here in town. That's why I used to buy my coins there, because he used to buy silver coins, all that, and that's where I was getting my coins from my silver wheel. And for $50, he said he could put that on he would drill that pearl, put like a
A chain on it?
Well, one of those settings that it's four fingers that go over the pearl like that.
Oh yeah, I know what
No,
you're talking
I
about.
think, or just a stud in the pearl. He would glue it in there, or epoxy it, or some adhesive, guaranteed for life. And then with the chain, a silver chain for $50.
That's not
Since
too bad.
we already had the pearl. But he says, man, this pearl's worth some money. This thing's worth about 60 or $70. You want to sell it? I said, no. No. Because he'd have bought it Johnny on the spot. Because he didn't have any pearls that color. I forget the color he called it. It's some strange name. Color I never knew of.
I bought some black pearls once, and they weren't really black; they were more gray.
Uh, I think most black pearls are kind of that grayish color. I think the black are rare.
Yeah,
Why they worth
they're
so
probably
much
really
money.
expensive. It was a Christmas present for my daughter, so it wasn't cheap, but it wasn't terribly expensive.
Gotcha. Yeah, so it was kind of like a midnight chrome color, the grayish color you talking about.
Yeah, yeah, kind of.
Kind of like a. Do you have a Black Beauty nickel?
I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Remember in around 1958, 59, like in the 60s, they had a problem with annealing, the planches.
Oh, and they would fall apart.
No, no, they would turn up. They would turn up a color. They would get a certain color to them after a few years, and they call them Black Beauties. And a lot of people think, like when they metal detecting, they find a nickel that's environmentally damaged, okay,
Hmm.
but they black, and I've seen them for sale on eBay. They still got some on eBay. I did an example a while back. What's up, Raising Cajun? My cousin. Uh, I pulled up an eBay list, a couple of them, to show somebody not long ago. It hadn't even been a week ago. What a real true blue Black Beauty looks like compared to one that's been found metal detected. That's just black
Yep.
crud on the nickel. Black Beauties, man, they it's like you can almost see inside that coin. You know, like I call it a midnight chrome color.
I found an interesting penny at the store yesterday. No, Thursday. I didn't work yesterday. Um, but it's a 1918 Wheatie. And on the obverse side, it looked fantastic. A little worn, but everything was there. Everything was very readable, blah, blah, blah. On the reverse, it was just environmentally trashed out. But it's still over 3 grams of copper.
Yeah, Raising Cajuns over at the Big Texan in Amarillo. That's a famous place right there. That's where they had that big 72 ounce. I think it's a porterhouse steak. And if you can eat all of it, it's free, or your next one's free. One of the two.
Is that
I
like the
think.
one from the Great Outdoors that John Candy had to choke down?
Uh, I don't remember that one.
Oh, you gotta see that movie, The Great Outdoors, with John Candy and oh, who else is in it with him?
Probably
Not
Chevy Chase.
no, it's not Bill Murray, but it's another one of those guys from Saturday Night Live.
Chevy Chase.
No, it's not Chevy.
Okay.
But it's a really good movie. But there's a scene where they go out to dinner, and I think it was 96-ounce steak hanging from a meat hook in this restaurant. They go, if you eat it, your whole family gets their meal for free.
Wow.
And they show him just, going through this, eating it, and it gets down to the very end. And they told him he had to eat the gristle too.
Damn.
Dan Aykroyd, that's who it was. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Damn. I was trying to think of his name. I couldn't think of it right off the bat. The only thing I can imagine was the cone head. That's the only thing I could picture in my mind. I couldn't think of his name.
Yep. Cajun, if you haven't seen that movie, you need to give it a couple of hours. It's funny as hell.
I just jotted it down. The Great Outdoors.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm going to write it in a marker lot right here.
That's probably one that you could pick up on YouTube for free.
Right.
It's a 30-year-old movie.
Yeah. Well, they still got 30-year-old movies that YouTube wants to charge for. But more than likely, I can get it on Freebie, because that's a free. I get that free, naturally, Freebie, and or Amazon Prime.
Yeah, you'll be able to find it.
Let me see. Let me check on something here right quick.
Was it a good cut of meat, or did it have a lot of garbage in it? I mean, I
From what I
couldn't
hear,
imagine
it's
eating 72
good.
ounces of beef, even if it was the best beef on earth.
Yeah, there's some people that can do it.
But yesterday I found a place, went out there and actually executed on it, where I can buy buffalo.
Oh, bison meat?
Yep. They got buffalo, they got beefalo, and they've got what's the other one? Where it's got a higher percentage of buffalo genetics in it than it does the beefalo, where the beefalo is 37% or less buffalo genetics, and the other one is more than 37%. But they've got all three different kinds of the red meat, and they raise pigs out there, and they raise chickens and everything. It's all grass fed, grass finished, and the pigs are raised out on the field and not on concrete slabs. So I think I know where I'm going to be buying the majority of my meat that I buy.
All right, I just found somebody live. We can give them a raid.
Well, it's certainly easier to clean up after them when they're raised on concrete slabs. I'll give you that.
Yeah. All right. Uh, that's two ATVs, Daryl and Delisa. Daryl's live right now. and I only planned on going live for an hour anyway. So he just started up. So that link I just put in chat, that's a link for that YouTube channel. We want to give them a raise. You want to say your outro, Sterling, and we'll jump on over there?
Well, Cajun, I appreciate the email, appreciate the invite to come up and talking with everybody. I'll see y'all on the flip side, and God bless.
All right. Appreciate you coming up, Sterling, as always. And we'll get together, and I want to get you in one of the multi-channel auctions. We've had one already, and just couldn't touch base, for the next one. Uh, Not nerd. Value Hunter is going to get with his buddy to see, if he wants to come back on with his silver jewelry and copper jewelry that he makes with that turquoise.
Oh, you've been talking to Val?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
We had
good.
2 weeks ago, I think it was. We had a multi-channel auction.
Yeah, I haven't talked to Val in a long time.
Yeah.
I like that guy a lot. He's a good man.
Yeah. In fact, he hadn't been doing anything until I emailed him and wanted to see if he wanted to join in. And he was like, "Yeah, man, I hadn't had an auction since your last multi-channel auction." So
I think the last time he sold anything before that is I called him up and I said, "Hey, sell me some silver dollars." But
all
yeah,
right.
he's always got good stuff, and he's a good guy to talk to. But
Oh yeah.
I'm going to hit this link you got in here and see if it works for me, and we'll catch y'all later.
All right. Yeah. Tell Daryl Cajun raid. He'll appreciate it.
Quick
Nice.
wrench. I'm at Higgins Lake, 100 miles south of Mackinac.
All right, Kyle. I'll do that. All right, everybody. Appreciate y'all coming in. Sterling, appreciate you coming up. All right. Y'all know it's good to be north of the grass. Stay that way, be safe. Be that way, stay safe. And as always, love, peace, and crackling grease. Catch y'all later. Hasta